Hello and welcome everyone to Wellness, Walks to Wellness. I can't believe it's just started raining. This is typical. Thank you so much for joining me today on this Walk to Wellness. I'm here with dancing duo brothers, Curtis and AJ Pritchard, and we're off on a little walk. Just 30 minutes now, get our bodies moving, get us out and about in the fresh air. So guys, how are you doing?
We're good. We're going to start off by showing you where we are going to walk. We are at Chiswick House, and if you can see there, it looks absolutely gorgeous.
Wow.
That's like the
lovely.
best. We thought we'd show you the best part of it straight away. Why not?
Stunning.
Is it raining where you are right now?
Just a little bit.
Oh, I feel so bad.
You look very cozy in your jacket anyway, so that's a positive thing.
We're lucky.
Yeah.
It isn't raining here right now.
Touch wood.
Fingers crossed it doesn't start raining.
Fingers crossed. So yeah, thanks guys. We've got our community manager Pip here as well. Hi Pip.
Hey guys, I hope everyone is ready to get walking today. Remember, you can sign up to the Sweatcoin app where you can clock up your steps and earn coins to donate to the Trussell Trust food banks. And for every person that takes part, WW will also be donating. So together so far, we've totaled over 3.6 million steps. And at the top of our leaderboard, we have Val, who's walked nearly 30,000 steps with us so far. So download the Sweatcoin app and get involved.
Wow.
Just a few housekeeping rules to mention as well. Please remember you should not be travelling outside your local area when walking. Remember to look where you're going while watching your phone, and please be mindful of your route. If you have any questions at all for Curtis, AJ and Kath, please drop them in the comments in the chat and we'll be able to get them answered a little later. And finally, these walks are live, so we apologise in advance if there's any signal issues, but we'll do our very best to bring our guests back as soon as possible. So over to you guys.
Thanks Pip. So yeah, where exactly are you guys today then? Where are you? Where are you walking?
So we're actually walking in Chiswick Gardens and Chiswick House. So it's it's Chiswick House and
Chiswick
Gardens.
House and Gardens. I love it here because it's literally, we're in West London, and where it is, it's gorgeous. It's kind of its own little oasis. You kind of got all the ponds, you got the swans, the ducks, little waterfalls.
There is normally a waterfall on here just behind us, but it isn't on right now. So we'll sweep past that part of it. Yeah, we'll forget about that.
Oh, sounds lovely. So I'm just walking in my local area. I'm really lucky if you just go across the road from where I live. You go into like the country roads into the mountains. So quite lucky of that. You need your wellies mind. Because it's your typical Welsh weather today,
Yes.
as you can see. It starts to rain. I was like, come on, it's just typical, isn't it? I'm
Lovely
just
and
down.
wet.
Yeah, definitely. Got my thermals on. So just walking down now to see some pigs. I've got some pears in my pocket to try and encourage them to come and say hello. But yeah, let us know, everybody in the chat, where you're walking. I'd love to find out. So guys, how have you been finding the third lockdown then? How's it been with you guys?
You know
different
what?
to the first?
A lot different.
It's a lot wetter and colder.
One, we're not in our mum and dad's home. So the first lockdown, we were with mum and dad up north. So we had the countryside, freedom, and the sun was shining, wasn't it? It was lovely. Where this one, we're in AJ's flat in London. Now, actually, I've done a lot different this time. I've got myself really motivated. Like, I thought to myself, I'm not doing what I did on the first lockdown and just losing track of what day it is, losing track of this. So I've actually set myself a routine. Every single morning, I wake up, have a nice cold shower, I work out, do some meditation, another cold shower, get my work done. And I'm really motivated, aren't I, AJ?
I think the one thing that's different, obviously being in a flat in London, is a bit smaller than a house in the north of England. So it's kind of doing our own little time zone. So Kurt does his thing, stays away from me. I do my thing, I stay away from him. And then we kind of make sure that we don't get too in front of each other. So we don't get too much. We don't argue. We have heated debates. It's more quite funny. It's like couples counselling, I feel like sometimes.
You'll just put whatever you want on TV and then I'll be like, oh, you're halfway through this series. So actually, I'll just go upstairs. And therefore, I think he's doing it just so he actually gets his own time and own space away from me.
I can imagine.
How's lockdown been for you?
Yeah, so say, because I'm a nurse, I've worked all through it. So yeah, it's been nice to just get out, isn't it? I think I'm walking now more than ever. I'm discovering places like these pigs, which I never come across before lockdown. So yeah, just discovering new places really. So have you guys been out more?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I think that's so true. I think we've realised.
I think Kurt's just lied to you straight up there because Curtis, you didn't leave the house for the past 10 days at one point. It was a bit wet, but
this lockdown, I remember actually the start of it, I didn't really leave the house for about 14 days, which was quite bad. But I was following the guidelines and I was doing my exercise indoors and stuff. But like the first one and stuff, we started going out a little bit like mountain biking. We were traveling around our local area, but finding new little places and stuff. I think a lot of people have realised how beautiful our own country actually is.
Yeah.
Because obviously we can't travel, can we? So we've had to travel around, but in our own country. And I think that's really nice.
And even being in London now, like the amount of gorgeous parks that are within walking distance and lots of things that you just kind of, you would take for granted normally. I think it's really quite nice to appreciate. For example, where we're walking right now, I absolutely love, I don't know if you can see right there, we've got all the ducks and swans, everything, and just being around just wildlife and really appreciating it a bit more. And the other reason why I love walking around Chiswick House so much is because everybody's got dogs. I don't have a dog because I've got a crazy busy life, but I just like to think that if I had a dog, it would probably look like the dogs that walk around here. I'm very sad like that. I'm like, oh, look at all these new dogs.
So you're visualizing what you do want, but you just don't.
I recognize, it's got to the point, I recognize the dogs before I recognize the owner that I probably walked past a million times now.
Oh gosh, I couldn't bring my dog on this walk with me. He would have been, he's crazy. He would have been in with the pigs, which are hiding away, you know, actually. I'll show you now. I've put the pears. The pears are out.
Good.
No pigs have come.
I'm really intrigued about this. I want to see the pigs. I really want to see them.
Oh, yes, man, hang on.
Where are they? Come on.
Oh, I see.
Oh my God. Gosh.
That's so cute.
Oh, wow.
There's a few more coming now. Here they all come galloping down. They're a bit slow today. Wait.
Just got a gang of pigs coming towards her.
Pigs are the most unique animals, like people and stuff.
But
actually, pigs are awesome creatures.
Oh, look, they're all coming out. There's loads. They all come galloping.
Oh my God, what is this? This is amazing.
I wish I brought some more pears now.
So I didn't even realise, so the pigs love pears then? Is that what they like? Is that the food to go to?
Anything. I looked it up on the internet, to be honest with you, to make sure I wasn't feeding them anything I shouldn't. But yeah, they eat anything. Yeah, I normally bring carrots, but the dogs pinch them, so we've stuck with the pears today.
I like it.
So yeah, is there anything you've learned from the first lockdown then that you've carried on doing in this third lockdown? Anything has helped you?
I'd say for me, really, it's not what I've continued doing. I've learned from the first lockdown what not to do more. Really keep myself more motivated and more driven. That's what I've learned to more. Like when I was in secondary school and primary school, you get up at 7 a.m, you go to school, you do your work, you come home, and it's very regimented, which is good because you feel comfortable because you know what's going on. And I feel in the lockdown, everyone's just a little bit, oh, what's going on? We don't know this, we don't know that. And then you become uncomfortable. So in this lockdown, I literally just wanted to get more regimented. And that's what I've been doing, really. See, look at this.
Sorry, Kurt. The hair is, not that you can probably see it very good, but that is an Egyptian goose.
AJ, how do you know that that's an Egyptian
Because I walk around here a lot and I've really done my research.
Been doing his research.
So that's an Egyptian goose. It's kind of blended in. I don't know how good the camera is. And then the swans here are absolutely huge. They are monster swans.
I wish we'd brought some food or something.
No, they scare me sometimes. They are
yeah, they scare
strong.
me too. They could be quite nasty, can't they?
They know they want
that
the food.
That would have been good on film.
AJ getting picked up by a swan and carried away.
Oh no.
He's only small, AJ, so they could have done that.
I think the one thing for me that's different within this lockdown is really making sure that we give ourselves time to fit everything into the day. Whereas I felt like when we did the other lockdown, I felt like I only got one thing done a day. It felt right to say, I will do one thing. Whereas now I feel like getting our walks in, getting our steps in, feeling positive, releasing them good endorphins to set the day up right and to really kind of allow you to do all the things you need to get done in the day, because there's a lot of time in the day, but sometimes if you don't get up in the right mindset, you seem to lose the whole day, especially like in this lockdown.
Yeah, and by the end of the day, then it's dark again, and you look and you think, gosh, what have I actually done today? Not very motivating,
100%.
is it? I'm going to starting my day with that cold shower, though. That sounds like such a good idea.
I'm not even, right. So I wake up, and actually I got this from an army technique. I make the bed. The first thing I do as soon as I get out of bed, make my bed, and that is my first task of the day accomplished. And I have my cold shower, so it freshens me up, wakes me up, gets me ready to do my workout. It's a game changer.
Sorry, Kurt, I'm taking down a muddy path here. Sorry.
It's just zigzagging on this walk then.
I know, I'm lucky I got my wellies on. But no, that sounds fab. I suppose it's a good way to start the day, isn't it? I got to be honest, I'm a bit guilty. I don't make my bed the first thing. My husband leaves for work before me, and it's kind of just thrown. But we got to try and stop the dog working his way in the bed. He knows he's not supposed to go in there, but these days he's catching up in that bed. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try and do that, actually. A little bit of motivation in the morning, isn't it?
Well, it really is. I suppose actually this lockdown, it's self-love. That's what I'm going for, self-love. So like making sure I'm actually doing things that are going to make me feel better. Because if you set yourself little tasks and you accomplish them, then naturally you feel like, oh, you know what? I've accomplished something. And even if it literally is making your bed, it's the first thing of the day and you've accomplished it.
I think he's going on about this self-love thing and feeling confident in himself, because we did... you may have seen Curtis on Celebs Go Date in the past couple of nights.
Oh, I think I know
some moments better, some moments not so good. Always amusing as a brother.
Maybe I did forget some people's names.
Yes, Curtis forgot. If you haven't seen this part, Curtis went to name the girl he'd been dating or was going to date, and he couldn't remember a name, which was entertaining for the whole nation, and really for me just summed up Curtis, which was quite funny. But what I was trying to get at was, we did a podcast, because we have a podcast each week, and we had Anna Williamson, which is one of the, as Curtis calls her, one of the dating love gurus. And we had her on, and she literally said Curtis he was a lost puppy, day number one, but by the time he left, he was relaxed, self-confident. One with yourself. She actually did call you James Bond, but I don't know about that.
Oh gosh, James Bond, what a person to be compared to, eh?
I mean... What can I say?
So are you still dancing in lockdown? Do you dance around the flat together, or?
You know what? We haven't actually done as much dancing as we should. AJ's flat is quite small, so we haven't been able to dance too much, and we just haven't done it really. We need to start because we've got a tour at the end of the year. And
one thing I would say is, start. In the past couple of weeks, I feel like I've kind of got back into my work mindset, and we're doing a lot of planning because we've got a tour in, fingers crossed, September and October later this year. It's called Big Night Out with AJ and Curtis, and it's going to be dance, comedy, entertainment, and I've kind of started to write down what we have to do for some promo videos and do some dancing together. But I just need to get around to actually starting the first steps. I've choreographed it, we just haven't done it together.
Just doing it. Yeah, but they say when athletes can't train in the sport that they love, can really affect their mindset. Do you find it's affected you guys in any way, that you haven't been able to get out there and do what you normally do and that passion that you've got? I don't know if that's my signal or your signal.
I think they're having a little bit of network issues. I'm sure they'll catch up in just a second.
For me, it's about then I can. Can you see us? Can you hear us?
I know I can. Oh.
I'm going to say the line of 2020, but you guys are on mute.
Oh gosh, can you believe it?
Apparently, we're supposed to be good at all this Zoom calling now, but we apparently somehow muted ourselves. But third time lucky. This is the one now. For an athlete, for us, it's about channeling our energy. And I feel like if I can throw my energy into projects or even simple things like going for a walk, I have to give myself tasks. And that's how I stay focused and really use the energy up. Because as an athlete, you just need to use your energy up. And I think that's what's really hard sometimes. I don't know about you, Kurt.
I think we haven't been dancing, and it is what we love to do. But we, like AJ said, we've used our time wisely, and we haven't just stopped dancing and all of a sudden not done anything. Like, we love to present and we love to create ideas for other stuff that we want to do in the future. So for us, it's not been like we've just stopped what we love and we have nothing to do. We've really focused on other things that we love to do and that we want to achieve in the future. So really, we just kept ourselves positive and motivated, really, and doing things that we still love to do.
Yeah, busy with different projects.
Yeah. So it hasn't been too bad not dancing, really. It's, in a weird way, it's been quite nice because we've actually been doing another thing that we love, continuing that way.
I can say that my body's been a bit like this, but my body's enjoyed a little bit of. Hopefully, we're still here, and the Curtis is the podcast. That's his little baby. I don't know when.
Literally, AJ likes to call it couples counselling for me and him. Literally, we just talk about
all like that.
Yeah, it literally is.
Catching up this week.
We love it. It's such good fun because we can just talk about the most randomest things. Like, we could be on about 1 minute on about cars, and the next minute we're on about aliens. Like, it's just random, but also we talk about hot topics, current topics. We have guests on there, and it's just good fun. And I think in a time like this, staying connected is, well, everything we're doing right now, walking all together, virtually staying connected. And with the podcast, we have new guests on each week sometimes, and it's just meeting new people, making new friends. And I think that is a massive thing right now. And that's why this walk is so good, because it's just getting out there, meeting new people, all being on a Zoom, people throwing the questions into the group chat, you know, making friends. You may have never met someone before, yet you become best friends from this. And I think 100%. That's so crucial in a time like this.
Definitely. You know, the technology allows us to do that, doesn't it? So much about this. Just walked up a big hill. Oh.
AJ just walked us into
no, just
pretty much a
puddle. No, it's not. It's kind of flooded. It's a bit.
So yeah, I listened to one of your podcasts.
Got a full-on outfit on.
And it was focusing all on New Year's resolutions. So have you guys stuck? I thought this was a good subject. Either of you stuck to any New Year's resolution? I'm on day 28 alcohol free. Only for a month now. I'm not doing a year, but
you know what? I've stuck to my New Year's resolution low. AJ said he was going to start to juggle.
Yes, I heard this.
Juggling, AJ. See, you said it on the podcast.
I can honestly
still with one ball.
I haven't progressed to the 3-ball juggling yet, but it's still wrote into the show, so I have to be able to juggle by September and October. So it's a work in progress. I'm just not working at the rate that I thought I would be working at. It's a lot harder than it looks.
And he's still only on one ball.
I can imagine. Oh my gosh, I can imagine, yeah.
It's just annoying because Kurt can do it.
It's a hard skill, that is. So here you all live together then with AJ's girlfriend. You must all get on really well.
We do, actually.
The cleaning, who does the cooking?
Well, we eat at different times, so
we stay away from each other. By the sounds of it, now I'm talking about it out loud. We just seem to just make sure we don't see each other, then we don't argue. It's just one way of doing it.
We try and avoid each other. No, we literally, I cook for myself and I clean for myself. And really, you and Abby do the same thing.
Yeah, we're pretty good. I think when we started in this lockdown, it kind of wasn't so good. We didn't get into a good routine, but now we seem to have kind of just found our own space and our own time. And as long as you clean up your mess, I'm pretty happy with you.
That was actually one of my resolutions.
Though,
that was one of my resolutions, to stay cleaner. That was. So I am doing it.
Are you messy, Curtis?
Right, no. I wouldn't say I'm messy, but I am messy compared to how clean AJ is.
So that means you're messy then. I think people would agree with that.
You're just like super clean.
I know. Well, in lockdown, I'm sure people on here have done this. They've had time to actually clear out their cupboards and actually get to that drawer that is the drawer that eats everything up, and actually start to organize things. So I've had even more time to do that, so I feel even cleaner. Plus, if you're clean, you know where stuff is. You get things done in the day. You don't waste time. Like in your room,
right?
I don't know what's happening in your room. No. I can't even walk into your room.
That is nonsense. You should have bought a bigger flat.
A good picture of your room.
Oh, it is like a bomb site.
Everything it's folded up. It's just. Oh, we'll just stop 1 second. There's a lot of people around here. But yeah, everything's folded up. It's just on the floor. Yeah.
You know where everything is, though. Do you? You got your own routine. You know where everything is.
No, he doesn't. No,
yes, I do. No, AJ's just
it's like a foreign language to me. It's like me trying to learn Chinese in one day. It's not going to happen.
No, but right, that's the same as me trying to read your handwriting.
My handwriting's great.
Exactly. For you, I have no idea what you've wrote down. For me, it just looks like scribbles.
Is that why I have to type everything up for you?
It works perfect, and that's what I mean. Like the room works perfect for me because I don't know where everything is.
So who's the most competitive? I'm trying to work out for you who's the most competitive out you both, and it's really hard to work out which
we are pretty competitive with ourselves. I'd say it's fine because I always win, so it doesn't really bother me.
No, we're both just as good. It depends on what it. No, we're both just very competitive.
All right, who's the worst loser?
AJ.
I would be the worst loser, but it's fine because I don't lose.
That is nonsense. Who lost on the quiz?
Are you as bad as my
podcast
husband, who will pack away Monopoly if it's not going his way? Literally will pack it away. Are you that bad? All right, okay.
Yes.
That reminds me.
That's what it's like. Percent AJ's like that.
So I hear you've been giving each other. You do forfeits for each other as well.
Oh, right. Okay. So for anybody that doesn't know, so in AJ's and in our podcast, right, we do a quiz at the end of the podcast, and whoever loses the quiz then has to do a forfeit. I'm not gonna lie, I have lost a lot of the quizzes, so I have done a lot of the forfeits, but they are brutal. AJ made me eat the world's hottest chili,
and we're actually going to put this out on video tonight on our socials.
I'd probably die.
Have a look at it, but I didn't realise. I thought I was doing like, then I realised, oh my god, I think he's eating something that's really is actually quite dangerous. So
guys, you sound like robots.
I have to eat two. I'm not. Let's go this way. I'm going to turn around and go this way. Hopefully the signal comes better. Is it getting better?
Yeah, the signal's not the greatest, is it?
Technical issues, guys. This is what happens when you're working live.
Yeah. So AJ, does your girlfriend Abby then join in? She must have so much patience living with you both.
Abby's pretty good. What's really good about me and Abby, we're such good friends and we get on so well that we do know when you just need your own time and space. So Abby will go upstairs and watch the TV, and then I'll come downstairs to do my work. So we give each other our own space. I think that's really important, especially for couples, like in lockdown. Yeah. Like it's kind of, you just need to make sure that you have got your own space and time, because you can see that like you wouldn't go a bit crazy if you didn't do that. And it's just really good that I'm really happy and everything's going really well, because after the third lockdown, I think a lot of people have broken up or things just haven't gone well in relationships.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, you two do give yourself each other your own space.
Yeah.
That does work very well.
While Curtis is busy tidying his room, I can imagine.
Porch, so always tidying his room. Yeah, it's one of the little bridges I always like to walk over here in Chiswick House.
Oh, lush. So we're going to go to Pip now. And Pip, is there any questions in the chat?
Hey guys, yes, we have had a bunch of questions come through.
Great.
Everyone is really loving hearing about how you guys get on together and living together. So a couple of people have asked about what you cook at home. What's your favorite food to cook? Have you perfected anything in lockdown?
Yeah,
and who's usually in charge of the cooking?
I'm going to say what AJ is, but you seem to cook a chili non carne.
That's what I was going to say.
Is that what you were going to say?
I perfected it. It's a vegan meal. It's with a meatless farm product. And the difference is I love cooking with lots of big pots and have so therefore if I do leave some over, Kurt gets in there and has some, and I kind of feel like I'm being healthy but at the same time not being healthy. I just love it. Chili non carne is the way forward, and the spices, I can make it hotter or colder depending on how I'm feeling, and it just gradually gets hotter every time I cook it.
Oh gosh, I can't do chicken korma, so that's no good for me.
Yeah, I'm not a spicy person either, to be fair. But no, I'll normally cook for myself. But I'm very varied on what I cook, to be fair. Really, chicken,
Your
rice,
go-to meal,
steak,
scrambled egg. At the moment, scrambled egg just made.
Can't beat scrambled egg.
Can't go wrong. I have 2 crumpets,
Any kind of egg,
scrambled egg, and then either some salmon on there or some sort of protein like fish or chicken, and that's what I literally have for lunch every day. 2 crumpets, scrambled egg, can't beat it.
Sounds delicious. Charlie wants to know, has AJ got anything planned for Curtis's birthday coming up?
Oh, and I really want to know this actually.
And don't just say it's a surprise.
Because the thing
I have actually got something planned.
You did think it was a different date as well. You thought it was like 3 or 4 weeks away. It's like
no, I got the week wrong. I didn't get the date wrong. I just thought it was further away than it actually is. But yes, I have got something planned for when we record the next podcast. I've got a whole setup plan. So because when we record the podcast, we record some snippets of video as well. So it's going to look great on video and it's going to be in the background. I don't want to say what it is. Yeah. And I've also got it for Joe, our producer, so he'll have the exact same thing that we have as well. So I've organised it and had to send it to different households. I've done good.
What do you mean?
I'm not going to explain anymore because then it's not going to make any sense.
I'm really
surprise.
I know. Yeah, I'm going to use the word surprise.
All right, well, we'll have to wait and see then. Has AJ picked up any healthy habits from Curtis that he learned on his WW journey now that you're living together?
Yeah, I think the one thing that, the recipes within WW are amazing and we always try different things. And the other thing is within the WW app, there are so many different workouts and there are so many different kind of meditation and mindsets within the what's that part of the app called?
Headspace. So,
the Headspace, and then the Fit On part of the app. For anybody that doesn't know what so in the application there's loads. You can track all your food and track everything on there, and you can also do workouts with the Fit On. Yeah, what I love about it is seeing that obviously the tracking, because I like to track things that I do, and tracking the food and having the opportunity to actually cook with their recipes and having the Fit On and the mindset, it allows you to really kind of become part of the community. And every time I see Curtis do that, it kind of like, I always want to join in, especially with the mindset part. I think that is really, really powerful for this year and being in a third lockdown.
So you walked in on me meditating this morning.
Yes, I did walk on you meditating this morning when I was making a cup of tea for me and Abby. I was like, no, I wasn't going to say you okay there, but no. I was going to make a joke, but I thought it's actually really good.
I was lying on the floor completely and it was on a part where I hold my breath. So AJ must have thought,
I was like, oh my God, what's happening today?
And then I nearly started smiling and laughing actually when you walked in because I thought, I probably look really silly here, but I still did it and continued.
You did, but I knew you were doing it for the right reason.
Oh, sounds great. What is one thing you have learned about each other during lockdown? That's from Joanna.
Right,
That's
this is what I've learned from AJ.
Oh, no.
So, right, you will moan at me if I don't clean up properly or like clean the bowls or cups or something properly. But I've realised you are awful at cleaning the bowls and cups. So you want me to do it because you're bad at it. I think that's what I've learned from AJ.
I'm sure lots of people, parents, do this as well. I feel like I'm a parent to you sometimes. I do it my way, and I'm allowed to leave the bowl till after I've eaten my food, but you're not because it's not your bowl.
Yeah, but even when you've cleaned it, sometimes it's not
Okay, anyway, the one thing I've learned about Curtis, especially in this third lockdown more so, is that I knew this anyway, but he can really stick to a regime very good, and he gets very annoyed if we try and change the regime. I can tell you it's not, if he says we're not allowed to start before 10 a.m. and we start at 9:55, he loses it. He doesn't like change. He's become older and wiser, and he doesn't like change.
No,
anymore.
only because it takes about 28 days.
Oh, no, you don't have to explain
to
this.
create a good habit in what you do. So in the routine that I'm doing, I've started it since New Year, and it's only coming up to like 28 days. So I really want to just maintain it exactly the same for at least 28 days.
Okay.
Then I can start to change it in a year. Yeah, because I don't want to change it. I'm enjoying it.
Thanks, Pip. Well, thank you so much, Curtis and AJ, for joining us today. And thank you, everyone, so much for joining us on our walk to wellness. I hope you've enjoyed and got that fresh movement in your body. Join us next week, then.
Yes, congratulations, everybody, to getting out about, and I hope the weather's better your end next time.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, and thanks, guys, for all joining in. I hope everyone
stay safe, everyone, as well,
and got some exercise and just had some fun. I hope you've thrown all your questions out there, and we've answered everything we possibly can. So yeah.